Brother Kashkwala coming back at you with another lesson, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem HaKakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. All right, so I have this article here. It talks about Main Street is convinced that the recession will hit the U.S. economy this year. This came out early May, so about a month ago. All right. May 5th, 2022, when really even in May, America was already in a recession. This is what you call America being in a bear market. You have a bull and a bear. All right, so as lately we've been seeing sharp declines in what you could say the what is it the I'm going blank. You can see sharp declines in the economy via like the Dow Jones, the stock market. That's what I want to say. But that's just like one telltale factor. There's multiple other factors that you need to look into as well. The state of America and the state of the world economically doesn't just go off of the Dow Jones. It doesn't do like that. But you can definitely use it as a measuring tool or stick to see what's really going on. So here's some key points right here that I'm gonna read. Let me zoom in a little bit. It says on Wall Street, more than half of investments. Let me zoom back out. All right, it says on Wall Street, more than half of investments and economic professionals think the Fed's attempt to combat inflation by raising interest rates and running off the balance sheet will eventually cause a recession. Well, this is correct because the Feds have been very, let's see what you could say, hot and cold. And I wouldn't say it in the sense of them being an oxymoron. I want to be in the sense of they've been going up and down, up and down. All right. They've been very hot and they've been very cold with making certain decisions. And it talks about the Fed's attempt to combat inflation by raising interest rates. Meaning what? You have to pay more on the back end. So if you're getting a car, interest rate would be something called the APR. So you're paying for a $20,000 car, and you have an APR of 6%, 7%. You say you do a 72 month deal or whatever. It means it breaks up that 72 months of that 20. It breaks up that 20,000 in 72 months, and then whatever your APR is, the extra interest that is added on to your monthly payment on top of that. So sometimes, say you could pay $2,200 a month, but you have a APR of 9%. You're gonna fuck around and pay 300%. You see, $300 instead of $200. So you're overpaying for something that is not even that worth as much as what you're paying for. Fucked up. All right. So we've seen a sharp increase of interest rates going up in the housing market as well. All right. Now, I will say this. This has been such in 2022, but I will say at the mid to end of 2020 and all 2021, it was a very hot time to buy a house. That's when the interest rates were down. This is why I say the Feds were extremely hot and cold, because in March 2020, which I have this article right here, the Feds cut the rates to zero. So it says Federal Reserve cuts rates to zero and launches massive $700 billion quantitative easing program. This was published March 15, 2020. And that's right when COVID broke out. Okay? Because right in the mid-March is when we saw the Dow Jones go down from 30-something thousand all the way down to like 16,000. It dropped like 15,000 points. I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was it right there. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it was just a big contraction that the world had to feel. Not just America, but the world. Okay? So now they're going back to raising interest rates to compensate for that move that they made early mid-March 2020. Because once they cut those interest rates to zero, it may have looked like a lick, which really in some cases in the position that some people were in, it was a lick, but for the long term thing of things, it really kind of bit them in the butt in the back end. So it says Fed Chair Jerome Powell indicate on Wednesday his belief that a soft or softish landing can be achieved without the most hawkish central bank policy decisions. So pretty much with that, what he's saying right there is it's still going to be a crash, but we can mitigate the how bad the crash is by doing certain things. Is really what he's saying. So it's inevitable that an economic crash is going to happen, but they're trying to soften the blow or soften. It doesn't matter. A crash is a crash. All right. And the main reason I want to bring out all these points and about the economic thing is because of the state of the people. All right. And this is why I have this article right here. People talk about fears of a recession, but really, this is a great resignation. All right. So it says from Wealth Living. All right. Or this is Bloomberg. This is Bloomberg. It says people keep quitting their jobs even as a recession fears mount. It says Great Recession hasn't really slowed down, with confident employees still leaving the labor market in record numbers. It says confident employees still leaving the labor market in record numbers. Well, I think it was like last month or something, about like almost 5 million people left their jobs. And it keeps happening every single month. So that's another indication there's jobs out there, because these jobs aren't letting people go. They're not doing that. People are just leaving. There's a reason why. It says even as fears grow about a looming economic slowdown. The reason why people are leaving, when 2020 hit, spoon-fed started to become a good word to describe. What is it? Stimulus checks started to come out, even though a stimulus check has to be paid back via taxes. You didn't even have a chance to take it or to reject it. They just gave it to you. And then you have to pay for that in the back end when you start filing your taxes in 2022. Okay? 2021 and 2022. Because I think some people received some stimuluses in 2021, early 2021. So you still have to pay for that in the incoming tax year. Okay? Second, so that's being spoon-fed. Second, when this thing hit, even though it did attack mid to small business owners during that time, and a lot of them lost their businesses, it still opened up avenues of success for entrepreneurs to want to continue. Content creation and things of that nature became very big for people to. It opened the avenue of hitting the lick. Oh, okay, well, we can't do this, that, and the third, but I see opportunity here that's going to pay me way more than my 9 to 5, $15 an hour job that I go to, that I have to commute to every day, 5 days out of the week. The next thing, it transitioned the people from working from home. Okay? Usually when people go home, yes, even though they're working, they are distracted by other things via maybe researching things, via having to make more money, because 2020 hit, it forced people to find multiple sources of income. And a lot of people were successful with finding those multiple sources of income, which ended up paying them more than what their job is. And then on top of that, their job didn't really have job security, because when that hit, a lot of people got laid off. I'll keep it a buck. When I had my job during that time, they cut my hours in half. Then another thing, like this is like the sixth reason, the government opened it up to where there is, what is it called? This goes back to being the America being spoon fed. America opened it up to where when you apply for unemployment, yeah, you will get that unemployment and not have to provide proof that you're looking for other jobs, but you'll get that unemployment, right? And they added another $600 on top of that. They added another $600 on top of that, including whatever you made from your unemployment. And that's even if you still had a job that cut your hours. So you had a job that cut your hours maybe in half or a little bit, doesn't matter. And then you're getting paid unemployment every week. That could probably be about $150 plus $600 on top of that for what is it? For the relief of COVID-19. So you getting paid in the Escalade like you've never been getting paid before. There's reason why people are just quit. Okay? Like, why do I need to work this job anymore? I have 2-3 more sources of income that I was forced to make, and now those are doing way better than my job, so I'm just gonna go ahead and quit that. Or if you're a content creator, you're making way more money, things of that nature. I'm just naming a few things that had people quit, but mainly is because levels are themselves. I'm not bringing out the typical precepts of, the storehouses and, speaking about economic collapse. I'm bringing out what is the mind of the people. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And I'm going to keep it a buck. For people from end of 2019 all the way to now, this has been perilous times for some individuals. A lot of people lost everything. It is kind of a reminiscent of 07 and 08. This is perilous.
Strong's G 5467. Chalepas.
Right. So when we read this, usually we take this to the ultimate extent. Well, you have to put the scriptures in every manner, in every light, to very extensive, to minimal, to very dramatic, realistic, things of that nature. And this is why I say this. I'm gonna pull up this precept real quick. Okay, this is why I say this, because you have to consider every aspect of everything. You have to consider every aspect of everything. I want to say it's the 4th chapter. Give me one moment. Let's see if I can. Yeah, there you go. Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 and 15 says, "Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small." So even if we read 1 Timothy chapter 3:1, don't always, yes, in the last days, but you always have to consider you're living in the last days at this very second. All right? Is it Jacob's trouble every day? No. Everything is a build up and a lead up. So you can apply this to right now. We are in perilous times right now. We really are. Okay? So that's why here we're about to pull up this word perilous real quick. Here's this word perilous. It says hard to do. Wasn't it hard for some people who were affected in 2020 to make a certain type of income? Wasn't it hard for people to stay in their apartments? Wasn't it hard for people to keep their mortgage during that time? You damn right it was. So that was perilous times. Okay? It says to take. What was taken from them? Income. All right? Hard to bear. Was it hard to bear for some people? Yes. Therefore, everybody went to go look for unemployment, benefits, you could say, or relief. Troublesome. Yes, it was troublesome. People couldn't pay bills. People getting sick. All of them things. It was dangerous. All right? Shit, you couldn't buy no damn toilet paper or paper towels. Couldn't even. You about to get evicted and you can't even wipe your own ass. It was troublesome times. So therefore, people were trying to look and make and find a way out, and they didn't give a damn who it affected or how it affected other people. Bringing us into verse 2, it says, "For men shall be lovers of their own selves." So people got extremely selfish. So that 2020, 2021, and now 2022 has been forcing people to find multiple sources of income, all right, and not giving a damn how it affects anybody else. However, that source of income comes. Some people do it correctly, some people do it extremely illegally. Some people take lives to get that second uh, source of income. But one thing people are doing, they're in their actions that they're in agreement with one another. I'm not about to work this 9 to 5 job no more. That shit's old and played out. You see what I'm saying? It says, "For men shall be lovers of their own self, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers." A lot of people glowed up between 2020 and now. Real talk. It says, "Disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy." All right. And this is the mind frame of the people. That's why people are like, screw this. Really, people are like, in a sense, screw this place subconsciously. But they don't understand what they're doing. Them quitting their jobs is ruining the economy. And they can see it, and it's being reported, and they know it. It says, verse 3, "Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, and incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good." So, these entry level jobs are finding it hard to keep these employees to stay. Prime example, you got call centers. They have what you call high turnover rates, because people just come in for a month or two and make a cash or whatever, probably to fund whatever they're doing on the side to get a jump start, and then they leave. This is 1 Timothy 6:10. It says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil." Yeah, the people have a love for this stuff. Okay. It says, in the way they love the money is not by going to get a job. It's in a different form. America is, they talk, I know as much shit we talk about America. America really is the land of opportunity. There are a lot of opportunities out there that you can find to make a second source of income, that you can, make things work. You know what I'm saying? Other than working a 9 to 5, it is the land of opportunity. There's no other reason why people from other countries come over to America to make some type of money. You see it a lot from the northern tribe when they'll come over from whatever country they're in, make money, and then send the money back. And they, low key, they, get out of whatever financial situation they were. If they're in Mexico, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, doesn't matter. Send $50 to someone who lives in Puerto Rico. They're balling. Go on a trip to Dominican Republic with only $200. You'll be just fine. Okay? $200 here is a meal at Chick-fil-A, damn it. 1 Timothy 6:10, it says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they erred from the faith." Or whatever faith they believe in or thought they had established themselves in. They just erred from anything that was ever a potential to be a foundation, let alone the truth. It says, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. So that's what's going on right now. It's not that the recession is coming via the great resignation. We're not in a recession. I mean, we're in a recession, but that's not really what it's called. We're in a great resignation right now. That's the reason why this economy is shitty. Okay? It's the minds of the people that are failing America. All right? Subconsciously, people don't understand, because if you still ask them, "Oh yeah, I love America," but you're fucking it over as we speak. You see the hypocritical nation of this place. So, with that being said, I hope this was edifying. Lord willing, I'll just put these articles in the description box below. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Achakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone to rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. It's Brother Kashkwal. Until next time, say shalom. And like always, repent, for Yahweh Shai is coming back sooner than what me and you believed. Until next time, shalom.